Hello everyone, EG Productions here, and today I am doing another Bionicle 2015 review. Today I am reviewing Lewa, Master of Jungle. So, let's get to the review. We'll start with the story details. In the story, Lewa is one of the 6 Toa heroes that was called from, well, we actually don't even know where they were called from or when they were called from. All we know is that the protectors used the Mask of Time to summon the 6 Toa to save the island from the evil of the Skull Spiders. And so, Lewa is the Toa of Jungle, or as he's mostly referred to, the Master of Jungle. So that's pretty cool. And he certainly does represent the Master of Jungle. A Master of Jungle, I mean. Through his color scheme, and we'll get to that in a bit. So we'll start with the trinkets you get in this set. To start off with, you get the Mask of Jungle. As you can see, it kind of resembles the original Miru. That was it, and to an extent, with the openings in the side and sort of the playful grin. That's cool. It has some nice vents. I really like the design of this mask. I think it's a pretty cool one. In addition, we also get a golden version of the mask, and in the story, this is the golden Mask of Jungle that gives Lewa his power of jungle. And we also just get a Metro Blue Skull Spider, like we got with the Protector of Jungle. So now we'll start off with the completed set. To start off with, we're going to take a look at the color scheme. Now, the color scheme is like the Protector of Jungle, primarily like green and Keat orange. I'm not exactly sure what color of green this is. I don't know all the specifics of Lego coloring, but this is like, it's the same green that was used on the Green Lantern set. I know that. But other than that, I'm not sure the technical name for this green. But I know this is Keat orange or light orange. And yeah, like I mentioned in the Protector of Jungle review, these colors complement each other and I think suit the sort of jungle feel very well, with the green and the orange representing like plants and stuff. So that's pretty cool. In addition, we also have silver, black, light gray, and darker gray. So that's cool. And all these colors, I believe, work together nicely to create a cohesive color scheme. Now we will get to the posability of this figure. To start off with, we have, as normal, ankle articulation, knee articulation, leg articulation, so 3 points in the legs, 3 points in the arms, wrist, elbow, and shoulder, and then, of course, 1 point in the head. However, the problem is this set is very, very limited in head articulation because the gearbox on this figure is raised up a bit, and I'll get more to the gearbox in a moment, but the gearbox is raised up a bit on this figure, hindering his head movement, so it's very hard to get him in some decent poses. This is actually the most I've gotten out of him, but it normally messes up these this shoulder armor that's attached back here. So that's kind of disappointing, but I like what they did to give him a unique look. So next, we will get to the functions, and the main function of this set is something that's very cool. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there is some yellow on the set right here, so that kind of clashes, but that's alright, because this is a function. So, as you can see, if you turn this sort of knob on the back, his arms will swing, which is a very cool attack feature. This is used on all of the Toa sets, and so unlike the Protectors, these have an actual geared function. Like the Protectors had some gears in their weapons, but these have complete arm gear functions, which is very, very cool. I greatly appreciate that, and it adds playability a lot. But the best part is, there is friction, so you can ignore the gear function entirely and pose the set however you want. That's why these Toa are great sets. But back to Lewa himself. He has a double gear function. Some of them only have one, so yeah, you can do that. The arms will kind of swing around, so it doesn't work all the time, and it's a little stiff, but it works enough for what it is. And now for the other functions, there are 2 other ones. So, as always, the eye stock function, and he does have green eyes, so let's see. If you hold up to a light, you can see through nicely like that. But other than that, the light piping's not so great on all of these figures. That's not just a Lewa problem. However, this gear function is also kind of hindered. Oh wait, never mind. I guess it's not. But if you have it posed like this, it can be hindered due to the gearbox. So that is a bit of a con. But if you just lean it forward a bit, it normally works fine unless it gets stuck. So yeah, that doesn't work that great. But and then, of course, you can attach the skull spider to his face. This is extremely difficult due to the armor, armor placement, and you pretty much cannot move the head around or you'll knock off the legs, like I said. And you definitely cannot get these legs underneath there. I'm not even going to try. But yeah, like that, something like that. And strangely enough, I think the blue actually also works with this color scheme and kind of complements it as well, so that's nice. And finally, the last function would be his adrenaline mode. That's right. So these weapons actually have dual functionality. Gotta get that out of the way. So if you take off the top of his axes, and yes, I forgot to mention, his weapons are axes, and there's these nice axe pieces in gunmetal gray, and then he has 2 silver katanas. But so you take all this off. What you do is you take these axe blades and attach them on right below his arms as wings, or sort of gliders. And then you do this. You just put the katanas in his hand to use as his primary weapons. And there you have his adrenaline mode. That is very cool. This allows him for more movability, and in the story he uses this to glide. It is also, I believe, called the X-Glider. I'm not sure the technical name of all these weapons, but I know that one's called the X-Glider. So what you do is you can kind of get him in a pose like this for gliding, kind of reminiscent, kind of like an homage to his Nuva form back in 2002. However, what you can also do is just kind of lean out like this. This is how it's mostly used in the story. So you can just glide along. That is very cool, and it increases playability quite a lot. And now, so overall, yeah, very good. Now I'm just going to get to a few things I don't like about this set, because even though I have mentioned that it's a good set, this is my least favorite out of all of the Toa for mostly, yeah, for a few reasons. Oh, and before I forget, I will show the golden mask on Lewa. Now, I don't think this looks so great, and it's because there is no other gold on him, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it kind of makes the mask look unique, but I don't know. I just think there are too many colors here, and it kind of looks like a mess, to be honest. Now, let's see. There are a few things I do not like about this set. To start off with, I'm not a fan of, like, this armor placement. It doesn't really cover all of the arms, so it doesn't feel complete to me. Also, the lack of transparent pieces on here just almost makes the set feel the most dull out of them all to me. And I don't know, this is just my least favorite Toa overall, and the lack of pose and like the hindrance of posability in the neck kind of also decreases the value for me. Honestly, I don't really recommend this set unless you're a complete completionist. Wow, that was redundant. Unless you're like a completionist and you want to have all of the Toa, then I would recommend getting him, because he's still a good set. He's just my personal least favorite, and I feel that he's the worst out of the batch. But overall, it's still a good set, and I would, again, if you're a fan of Lewa, then you should get him, but if you're just looking to get one of the Toa, I'd recommend this the least out of the others, because I feel that the others are a bit better and more innovative. But overall, that's pretty much it. Now I'll just give you a look at his back, because I forgot to do that. But, so as you can see, this armor is attached like this, kind of a unique way of attaching armor, so that's cool. And yeah, he does kind of have a unique build, so that's nice. And I do like this, kind of gives him a tail look. But overall, despite anything I might have said, it's really up to you. But that is my review of Lewa, Master of Jungle. So, tell me what you think of this set in the comments, and join me next time when I review Pohatu, Master of Stone. See you next time.